I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish that I had let myself be happier. These are the most common and biggest regrets people feel before death. Regret is a complicated feeling that includes various emotions, thoughts, and actions related to wishing you had chosen differently in the past. It occurs when the outcome of your decision is not what you hoped for. Although the definition explains regret clearly, the reasons behind this feeling are complex and closely connected to how people think and interact with others. In order to truly grasp regret, it is important to investigate what leads to it, how it shows up, the effects it has, and how to deal with or lessen its influence. Regret usually arises when there is a difference between what we expect and what actually happens. When we make choices, we often imagine specific results. If what actually happens is very different from what we expected, especially if it's bad, we feel sorry. Different things in life, like not taking chances, making errors, or doing something that leads to unexpected outcomes, can cause this feeling. Not seizing chances is a major cause of regret for many people. This feeling is more about not doing something rather than actually doing it. It's about those times when people decide not to take action, only to later wish they had. The pain of missed opportunities comes from wondering about what might have happened if things had been different. This leads to a feeling of not reaching one's full potential and missing out on opportunities that could have been life-changing. One of the most frequent situations where opportunities are overlooked is when it comes to choosing a career. For example, someone might later wish they had followed a career they were enthusiastic about or had a strong interest in. This feeling of regret can be complex. Perhaps the reason why some people opt for a traditional or stable job instead of pursuing their passions could be due to influences from society or family. On the other hand, it might also be because of a lack of belief in themselves or a fear of not succeeding that stops them from chasing after their dreams. Imagine someone who loved art but decided to work in finance because they thought it would provide stability and financial security. Now, after achieving financial success, they may feel a sense of regret when thinking about what could have been if they had followed their passion for art. This regret often comes with a feeling of not reaching their full potential and living a life that truly reflects their passions and interests. Many people often imagine the path they didn't take as something perfect that could have made them happier. Regret over missed chances in relationships can also be very painful due to the complicated nature of human emotions and connections. For instance, a person may feel sorry for not telling someone they really liked how they felt. The fear of being turned down, thinking the moment wasn't perfect, or not feeling sure of themselves can all play a part in this hesitation. As days go by, the unsaid words and unfulfilled wishes can turn into a deep feeling of sorrow. Picture a situation where two individuals share a deep bond, yet one individual suppresses their emotions out of apprehension of ruining the friendship or appearing weak. Over time, observing the other person progress in life, possibly engaging in a serious relationship with another individual, can amplify the remorse. The lingering question of, what if, haunts them, pondering on the potential changes in their life if they had mustered the courage to convey their feelings. Feeling regret can make people feel like they have lost out on love and happiness, making it hard to enjoy their current relationships and experiences. Missed chances in education and personal growth can also cause a lot of regret. For example, someone might wish they had taken a scholarship to study in another country, signed up for a specific class, or continued their education further. Missed opportunities can seem like important moments where a person could have learned, gained new experiences, and acquired skills that would have improved their life and led to new opportunities. Consider an individual who had the chance to ponder at a prestigious college but chose not to due to monetary concerns or fear of clearing out their consolation zone. Afterward in life, they might see back and lament not seizing that opportunity, feeling that they missed out on an instruction that may have altogether changed their career direction and individual development. This sort of lament can show as a feeling of being stuck or constrained in their current life, accepting that they may have accomplished more or had a more satisfying career had they taken that opportunity. Health and way of life choices are other common ranges where missed openings can result in lament. For illustration, somebody might lament not receiving more advantageous propensities prior in life, not taking preventive measures for their well-being, or not seeking after a more dynamic way of life. These laments can end up more articulated as the results of these choices show in afterward a long time, such as persistent well-being conditions or decreased physical capabilities. Imagine an individual who had the opportunity to begin a customary workout schedule or stopped smoking but chose not to. As they age and encounter well-being issues related to dormancy or smoking, the lament can be intense. They might see back and wish they had made diverse choices that would have driven to a more advantageous, more dynamic life. This sort of lament is regularly compounded by the realization that they had the control to anticipate their current circumstance but chose not to take action. Social and community engagement too offer openings for lament when people see back and wish they had been more included in their communities or social causes. This can incorporate lamenting not volunteering, not taking an interest in community occasions, or not contributing to social causes that they cared almost. These missed openings can lead to a sense of not having made an important affect or not having associated with their community in a critical way. For occasion, somebody might lament not volunteering at a neighborhood charity or not taking an interest in community activities that adjusted with their values. Afterward in life, they might feel that they have missed the chance to make a distinction, construct significant associations, and enhance their social systems. This lament can lead to sentiments of confinement and a need of fulfillment, as they realize that their inaction avoided them from contributing to causes they cared around and from encountering the fulfillment of making a difference others. Financial choices and speculations are another region where missed openings can lead to noteworthy lament. For illustration, somebody might lament not contributing in a promising startup, not sparing more cash, or not making more vital monetary choices. These laments can gotten to be especially articulated when they see others who took those openings accomplish money-related victory and stability. Consider an individual who had the chance to contribute in an innovation company in its early stages but chosen against it due to seen dangers. A long time afterward, as the company gets to be a major victory, they might feel seriously lament, envisioning how their money-related circumstance may have been definitely distinctive. This sort of lament can lead to a sense of money-related uncertainty and missed thriving, dominating their current money-related accomplishments and decisions. Travel and investigation are moreover zones where missed openings can result in lament. Numerous individuals see back and wish they had traveled more, investigated diverse societies, or taken enterprises when they had the chance. These laments can end up more articulated as life duties and confinements increment, making it harder to take those openings afterward in life. Imagine somebody who had the opportunity to travel overseas amid their youth but chose not to due to work commitments or money-related concerns. Afterward in life, they might lament not having those encounters, feeling that they missed out on the improvement and individual development that travel can give. This lament can lead to a sense of having lived a less courageous and less satisfying life, eclipsing their current encounters and constraining their sense of ponder and exploration. While missed openings can lead to critical lament, it is conceivable to overcome and adapt with these sentiments. One approach is to reframe the lament by centering on what can still be done or maybe than what was missed. This includes distinguishing modern openings and taking proactive steps to seize them, or maybe then staying on past inaction. For illustration, somebody who laments not seeking after a specific career way might consider investigating that field afterward in life through part-time work, volunteering, or assist instruction. By taking steps to lock in with their interests and interface, they can moderate the sense of lament and make modern pathways for fulfillment. Another approach is to hone self-compassion and acknowledgement. Recognizing that everybody makes botches and misses openings can offer assistance people be kinder to themselves and diminish the escalated of their lament. This includes recognizing the lament, learning from it, and at that point centering on the display in future or maybe than the past. Mindfulness and present moment center can moreover be successful in overseeing lament. By remaining grounded in the show and completely locks in with current encounters, people can avoid lament from eclipsing their lives. This includes letting go of the past and grasping the openings and encounters that are accessible now. Eventually, missed openings can give profitable lessons that contribute to individual development and improvement. By reflecting on these encounters and understanding the components that driven to inaction, people can make more educated and proactive choices in the future. This includes recognizing the designs and behaviors that contributed to the missed opportunity and taking steps to alter them. For case, somebody who laments not seeking after a specific career might recognize the fear of disappointment as a key calculate. By tending to this fear through individual improvement, treatment, or back from others, they can construct the certainty to take dangers and seize openings in the future. Regret can too emerge from botches and disappointments, where people see back on choices that driven to negative results and wish they had chosen in an unexpected way. This shape of lament is regularly interlaced with self-blame and a decreased sense of self-worth, as people hook with the results of their activities. The settings in which this lament shows are shifted and can incorporate budgetary speculations, individual connections, health-related choices, and beyond. Financial speculations are a common region where botches and disappointments can lead to critical lament. This sort of lament frequently includes choices that brought about in budgetary misfortune or missed openings for benefit. For occasion, a person might contribute a considerable sum of cash in an apparently promising wander that eventually falls flat. The lament in this situation can be twofold: the misfortune of the contributed capital and the missed opportunity to contribute that cash somewhere else more successfully. Imagine somebody who chosen to contribute in a startup company based on theoretical data and tall desires. If the startup falls flat, the person may involvement strongly lament, wishing they had conducted more careful investigate or chosen a more steady speculation. This lament is frequently went with by a sense of monetary uncertainty and a feeling of having let oneself and one's family down. The person may replay the decision-making handle more than once, envisioning elective choices that seem have driven to superior monetary outcomes. Mistakes and disappointments in individual connections are another noteworthy source of lament. This can include different scenarios, such as choosing to conclusion a relationship rashly, remaining in a poisonous relationship for as well long, or coming up short to communicate viably with an accomplice. The lament in these circumstances can be profoundly enthusiastic, as it touches on sentiments of adore, association, and individual identity. Consider somebody who chosen to conclusion a long-term relationship amid a period of push, as it were to realize afterward that the choice was hurried and impacted by transitory feelings or maybe then a mindful appraisal of the relationship's potential. The person may lament not looking for counseling or not giving the relationship another chance. This lament can be compounded if the ex-partner moves on and finds bliss with somebody else, taking off the person to consider what might have been. Health-related choices are another basic zone where botches and disappointments can lead to significant lament. For case, an person might lament not embracing more beneficial way of life choices, disregarding restorative counsel, or deferring vital therapeutic treatment. These laments can be especially strong as they regularly result in inveterate well-being conditions or lessen quality of life. Imagine an individual who overlooked early side effects of a genuine ailment due to fear or dissent, as it were to be analyzed at a more progressed range when treatment choices are restricted. The lament in this circumstance can be overpowering, with the person wishing they had looked for restorative consideration prior. This lament is frequently went with by a sense of misplaced time and a feeling of defenselessness with respect to their current well-being status. Professional choices, such as career moves and work changes, are moreover prolific ground for lament emerging from botches and disappointments. An person might lament tolerating a work offer that appeared promising but turned out to be unfulfilling or upsetting. Then again, they might lament turning down an opportunity that afterward demonstrated to be exceedingly effective for somebody else. Unintended results happen when choices that appeared right at the minute lead to unexpected and unfavorable results. These results can emerge in different viewpoints of life, counting career moves, individual connections, well-being choices, money-related choices, and more. In such cases, lament regularly stems not from the choice itself but from the startling and frequently negative comes about that taken after. This sort of lament can be especially challenging to adapt with, as it includes managing with results that were not expected and that can altogether affect one's life. One common setting for unintended results is career moves and migration. For occasion, an individual might choose to move to a modern city for a work opportunity that guarantees career progression and way better money-related prospects. Be that as it may, upon moving, they may discover that the unused environment contrarily influences their mental well-being, social associations, or by and large quality of life. The beginning choice to move might have been based on judicious and well-considered components, but the unanticipated challenges that emerge can lead to noteworthy regret. Consider somebody who moves from a little town to a bustling city for a high-paying work. The energy of the modern opportunity might before long be eclipsed by sentiments of separation, expanded stretch, and a need of community. The person may discover it troublesome to alter to the fast-paced city life, driving to mental well-being issues such as uneasiness or sadness. Also, keeping up connections with family and companions from their past area may gotten to be more challenging, coming about in a sense of depression and detachment. In this situation, the lament is not almost taking the work but around the unanticipated individual costs that came with the relocation. Unintended results can too emerge in the setting of individual connections and major life choices. For illustration, a couple might choose to get hitched after a brief period of dating, accepting that they are prepared for a long-lasting commitment. Be that as it may, as time passes, they may find critical contradictions or confront challenges that strain the relationship, driving to lament over the choice to wed quickly. Consider a couple who weds after a hurricane sentiment, as it were to discover that their contrasts in values, objectives, and ways of life make continuous clashes. The starting fervor and energy might allow way to differences and disappointment, making them address their choice. In such cases, the lament is not essentially around the marriage itself but around the unanticipated troubles that have risen, challenging their introductory good faith and commitment. Health and way of life choices are other regions where unintended results can lead to lament. An individual might choose to receive an unused slim-down or workout regimen with the deliberate of making strides their well-being, as it were to involvement unforeseen negative side impacts. For illustration, a prohibitive count calories might lead to dietary insufficiencies, or an seriously workout program might result in wounds. The lament here is approximately the unexpected well-being issues that emerged from choices implied to improve well-being. Imagine somebody who receives a prevalent eat less drift to lose weight, as it were to create well-being issues such as weariness, stomach-related issues, or supplement insufficiencies. In spite of their best eagerly, the unintended results of the eat less can lead to noteworthy lament, as they hook with unused well-being challenges that they had not expected. Essentially, a person who begins a thorough workout schedule to get fit might endure from wounds that affect their day-by-day life and generally well-being, driving to lament over their approach to fitness. Financial choices and speculations can moreover result in unintended results that lead to lament. An individual might make a apparently sound budgetary choice, such as acquiring property or contributing in an unused commerce wander, as it were to confront unanticipated showcase downturns or financial challenges. These unintended results can lead to noteworthy budgetary push and lament over the beginning decision. Consider a person who contributes in genuine domain, anticipating to advantage from property appreciation and rental wage. Be that as it may, an unforeseen financial downturn or changes in the lodging showcase might result in declining property values and rental opportunities. The monetary strain from these unintended results can lead to lament, as the individual reflects on the unexpected dangers and challenges related with their investment. In the advanced age, choices related to innovation and social media utilized can moreover have unintended results. For illustration, an individual might choose to increment their online nearness for individual or proficient reasons, as it were to discover that it contrarily impacts their mental well-being, security, or individual connections. The beginning choice to lock in more with innovation might have appeared advantageous, but the unexpected negative impacts can lead to regret. Imagine somebody who begins utilizing social media more as often as possible to remain associated with companions and family or to construct a proficient arrange. Over time, they might encounter negative impacts such as expanded stretch, diminished self-esteem, and sentiments of insufficiency due to consistent comparison with others. Also, over-the-top screen time might meddle with real-life intuitive and connections, driving to lament over the introductory choice to upgrade their online presence. Parenting choices and child-rearing homes can moreover lead to unintended results that result in lament. Guardians might make choices around their children's instruction, teach, or extracurricular exercises with the best eagerly, as it were to discover that these choices have unforeseen negative impacts on their children's well-being or improvement. The lament in these cases stems from the unanticipated results that influence their children's lives. Consider guardians who choose to select their child in an exceedingly competitive scholastic program, accepting it will give the best openings for their future. In any case, the child might involvement noteworthy stretch, uneasiness, and burnout due to the strongly weight and tall desires. The guardians might at that point lament their choice, feeling that they inadvertently compromised their child's mental well-being and joy in their interest of scholastic excellence. Decisions related to natural and community effect can moreover result in unintended results that lead to lament. For illustration, a community might choose to actualize an unused advancement venture to fortify financial development, as it were to discover that it leads to natural corruption, relocation of inhabitants, or misfortune of neighborhood culture. The lament here is around the unexpected negative impacts on the environment and community well-being. Imagine a town that favors the development of an expansive mechanical office, anticipating it to make employments and boost the nearby economy. Be that as it may, the office might cause critical contamination, hurt neighborhood natural life, and contrarily influence the well-being of inhabitants. The community might at that point lament the choice, as the unexpected natural and well-being impacts dominate the expected financial benefits. Adapting with lament from unintended results includes a few procedures pointed at overseeing the passionate effect and finding ways to move forward. One viable approach is to hone acknowledgement, recognizing that not all results can be anticipated and that unintended results are a portion of life. This includes recognizing the lament and its passionate effect without permitting it to overwhelm one's considerations and feelings. Another procedure is to center on learning and development. By reflecting on the choice and its results, people can pick up profitable experiences that educate future choices. This prepare can offer assistance change lament into a learning involvement, cultivating individual improvement and resilience. Taking proactive steps to address the unintended results can too offer assistance ease lament. This might include making changes to relieve the negative impacts, looking for back from others, or finding unused ways to accomplish the unique objectives. By taking activity, people can recapture a sense of control and decrease the enthusiastic burden of regret. Despite its negative intentions, lament from unintended results can have positive angles. It can serve as an update of the complexity and capriciousness of life, empowering people to approach choices with more prominent keenness and lowliness. This mindfulness can lead to more considered and educated decision-making in the future. Encountering lament can improve sympathy and understanding towards others who confront comparable challenges. This sympathy can reinforce connections and cultivate a steady environment where people feel secure to share their encounters and learn from one another. The appearances of regret. Regret can show in different ways, influencing an individual's feelings, considerations, and behaviors. Understanding these appearances can give knowledge into the inescapable nature of this feeling and how it impacts day-by-day life. Emotional manifestations. Emotional appearances of lament are regularly the most prompt and strongly. Individuals encountering lament ordinarily feel pity, disillusionment, and dissatisfaction. These feelings stem from an acknowledgement that a distinctive choice might have driven to a way better result. For occasion, somebody who laments not seeking after a career opportunity may feel a profound sense of misfortune and distress for the life they envision they might have had. This enthusiastic torment can wait, causing periods of reflection and pity at whatever point activated by related occasions or memories. Moreover, lament can lead to sentiments of blame and disgrace. Blame emerges when people accept they have failed to act concurring to their claim ethical benchmarks or desires. For case, a parent might feel blameworthy for not investing sufficient time with their children, driving to lament over missed encounters. Disgrace, on the other hand, includes a negative assessment of the self, where the individual sees themselves as imperfect or lacking. This can be especially harming to self-esteem and mental well-being, frequently coming about in a tireless inside discourse that is self-critical and demeaning. Cognitive manifestations. Cognitively, lament can modify the way people think approximately their past, show, and future. One common cognitive appearance is rumination. This includes more than once considering almost the past choices and their conceivable choices. People might replay scenarios in their minds, considering what-if questions that lead to expanded trouble. This mental replay can ruin one's capacity to move forward, as they are caught in a cycle of second-guessing and self-blame. Regret can too impact decision-making forms. Individuals who have experienced critical lament might gotten to be more cautious and reluctant in making future choices, dreading the plausibility of making another botch. This hypervigilance can lead to choice loss of motion, where the fear of lament avoids people from making any choices at all. On the other hand, a few might gotten to be excessively risk-averse, picking for more secure, less fulfilling alternatives to maintain a strategic distance from the passionate torment related with regret. Behavioral manifestations. Behaviorally, lament can drive people to alter their activities to either correct past botches or maintain a strategic distance from future ones. One positive sign of lament is remedial activity. Recognizing a past botch, people might take steps to revise their blunders. For occurrence, somebody who laments ignoring their well-being may begin a modern wellness schedule or embrace more beneficial eating propensities. This proactive approach can lead to individual development and moved forward well-being. However, lament can too lead to maladaptive behaviors. In an endeavor to adapt with the inconvenience of lament, a few people might lock in shirking behaviors. This can incorporate maintaining a strategic distance from circumstances that remind them of their lament, in this manner constraining their encounters and openings for development. Others might resort to substance manhandle or other shapes of idealism to numb the torment related with lament, driving to assist complications in their individual and proficient lives. Social manifestations. Regret can too show in social settings, influencing connections and social intelligence. For occasion, people might separate themselves from others to maintain a strategic distance from examining deplorable activities or choices. This withdrawal can lead to sentiments of separation and depression, compounding the enthusiastic toll of regret. Conversely, lament can now and then progress connections if people select to communicate their sentiments and look for compromise. Recognizing and apologizing for past botches can fortify bonds and construct belief. For case, somebody who laments an aftermath with a companion might reach out to make revises, possibly driving to a re-established and more grounded friendship. Long-term implications. The long-term suggestions of lament can shift essentially based on how people adapt with and react to their sentiments. Persistent lament can lead to critical mental well-being issues, such as misery and uneasiness. Diligent rumination over past botches can make a negative criticism circle, where the individual's self-worth and viewpoint on life fall apart over time. This can moreover influence physical well-being, as constant push and enthusiastic trouble are connected to different well-being issues, counting heart illness and debilitated resistant function. On the other hand, if people can saddle lament helpfully, it can serve as an effective inspiration for individual development and positive alter. Learning from past botches and making concerted endeavors to move forward can lead to more noteworthy versatility and a more satisfying life. This includes not as it were making distinctive choices but moreover embracing a more compassionate and excusing demeanor towards oneself. Regret is a complex feeling that emerges from reflecting on past activities, choices, or circumstances that one sees as botches or missed openings. Its effect on an individual's life can be significant, influencing mental well-being, connections, and in general well-being. Whereas a few degree of lament is an ordinary portion of the human encounter, over-the-top or unremitting lament can have hindering effects. Mental health. One of the most noteworthy impacts of lament is on mental well-being. Lament can lead to sentiments of pity, dissatisfaction, and a sense of misfortune. When people ruminate on their laments, they may encounter increased levels of uneasiness and misery. This rumination can make a horrendous cycle where negative considerations propagate more lament, encourage breaking down mental health. A think about distributed in the diary feeling found that people who habitually involvement lament are more likely to endure from depressive side effects. This relationship proposes that lament can contribute to a determined state of mental trouble. The cognitive handle of always returning to past botches can avoid people from moving forward, catching them in a state of mental inertia. Self-esteem and self-image. Regret can too contrarily affect self-esteem and self-image. When individuals stay on their laments, they frequently internalize these sentiments, driving to self-criticism and a lessened sense of self-worth. They might see themselves as disappointments or as unable of making great choices, which can disintegrate certainty and self-assurance. In a few cases, people may create a settled attitude, accepting that their past botches characterized their capacities and future potential. This can ruin individual development and the eagerness to take dangers or seek after unused openings, as the fear of future lament gets to be a boundary to action. Relationships. The swell impact of lament amplifies to interpersonal connections as well. Lament can strain connections, particularly when it includes past activities that have harmed others. Sentiments of blame and regret can make passionate separate between people, making it troublesome to modify belief and intimacy. Moreover, inveterate lament can lead to communication issues inside connections. People who are devoured by lament may end up engrossed with their contemplations, making them less display and locked in with their accomplices, family, or companions. This need of engagement can cultivate errors and hatred, assist harming relationships. Decision-making and life satisfaction. Regret can essentially impact future decision-making forms. People who have experienced significant lament may end up excessively cautious, dreading that any choice seem lead to comparable negative results. This loss of motion by examination can constrain openings for development and success. Conversely, a few may gotten to be imprudent, endeavoring to dodge lament by making hurried choices without completely considering the results. Both extremes can lead to disappointment and a propagation of lament, as ineffectively considered choices regularly result in negative outcomes. Life fulfillment is closely tied to how people prepare and adapt with lament. Those who can recognize their laments, learn from them, and move forward tend to have higher levels of life fulfillment. On the other hand, those who are incapable to accommodate their past botches regularly encounter lower levels of joy and fulfillment. Coping components and resilience. Building flexibility and creating solid adapting instruments are pivotal for moderating the effect of lament. Cognitive behavioral procedures, such as reframing negative considerations and practicing self-compassion, can offer assistance people oversee lament more viably. By seeing past botches as learning openings or maybe then characterizing minutes, people can cultivate a development mentality and make strides their enthusiastic well-being. Social bolster is too crucial in adapting with lament. Sharing sentiments with trusted companions, family, or mental well-being experts can give consolation and viewpoint, making a difference. People handle their feelings and move forward. Regret is regularly seen as a negative feeling, stamped by a sense of misfortune, dissatisfaction, or distress over past activities or missed openings. In any case, lament too has positive angles that can contribute to individual development and advancement. By understanding these positive capacities, we can pick up a more adjusted point of view on lament and use it for helpful outcomes. Motivation for change. One of the most critical positive viewpoints of lament is its capacity to persuade alter. When people encounter lament, it frequently signals an acknowledgement that a past activity or choice did not adjust with their values, objectives, or wanted results. This mindfulness can serve as a capable catalyst for behavioral alter. For occasion, somebody who laments not seeking after higher instruction may be motivated to select in courses, look for modern career openings, or create unused skills. This motivational perspective of lament can lead to proactive behavior. By reflecting on what went off base and why, people can recognize ranges for enhancement and take ponder steps to maintain a strategic distance from rehashing past botches. This prepare of self-reflection and goal setting is fundamental for individual development and development. Improved decision-making. Regret can too progress future decision-making. By analyzing the variables that driven to remorseful results, people can create superior methodologies for making choices in the future. This can include considering more options, weighing the masters and cons more completely, and being more careful of potential consequences. For case, somebody who laments a rushed budgetary choice may gotten to be more tireless in inquiring about and arranging future ventures. This increased mindfulness and caution can lead to more educated and astute choices, decreasing the probability of future regrets. Strengthening relationships. While lament can strain connections and it includes past activities that harmed others, it can too fortify connections when it leads to reparative activities. Sentiments of lament can provoke people to apologize, make corrects, and lock in behaviors that revamp belief and closeness. This prepare can improve communication and understanding inside connections, cultivating a more profound, passionate connection. Moreover, sharing laments with trusted companions or family individuals can give passionate bolster and approval, strengthening social bonds. This shared powerlessness can make a sense of closeness and shared understanding, contributing to more beneficial and more versatile relationships. Learning and growth. Regret is an imperative instructor. By reflecting on lamented activities or choices, people can pick up important bits of knowledge into their values, needs, and the kind of individual they aim to be. This self-awareness is significant for individual development and can direct future behavior in a more positive direction. For occurrence, lamenting a missed opportunity to offer assistance somebody in require might highlight the significance of kindness and charitableness in one's life. This realization can lead to a more grounded commitment to these values, coming about in more significant and satisfying activities in the future. Building resilience. Experiencing and overcoming lament can construct passionate versatility. Learning to adapt with lament includes recognizing botches, handling the related feelings, and finding ways to move forward usefully. This prepare can reinforce an individual's capacity to handle misfortune and bounce back from setbacks. Resilient people are way better prepared to confront future challenges with a positive demeanor and a problem-solving attitude. They learn that whereas lament is an inescapable portion of life, it does not have to characterize them or manage their future. Instead, it gets to be a venturing stone towards more noteworthy versatility and adaptability. Enhancing sympathy and compassion. Regret can too improve sympathy and kindness towards others. By recognizing and reflecting on their claimed botches and inadequacies, people may gotten to be more understanding and pardoning of others' deficiencies. This compassion can lead to more compassionate, intuitive, and a more prominent readiness to bolster others through their possessed battles and regrets. Regret, a widespread human feeling, is profoundly affected by social and societal settings. These impacts shape how people encounter, express, and adapt with lament. Understanding these social and societal variables gives knowledge into the different ways in which lament shows and how it is overseen over diverse societies. Cultural states of mind toward regret. Different societies have shifting demeanors towards lament, which can altogether impact how people see and handle this emotion. Collectivist versus independent cultures. In collectivist societies, such as those found in numerous Asian nations, the center is frequently on gather concordance and social cohesion. Lament in these societies is as often as possible tied to activities that influence the gather or maybe than the person. For illustration, a person in a collectivist society may encounter lament more intensely for activities that disturb family concordance or social arrange. The expression of lament may be stifled, with an accentuation on redressing the effect on the bunch or maybe then on individual sentiments of guilt. Conversely, in maverick societies, like those in the joined-together states in Western Europe, individual independence and person victory are exceedingly esteemed. Lament in these settings regularly rotates around individual disappointments and missed openings. Individuals in nonconformist societies may be more slanted to express lament straightforwardly and utilize it as it implies for self-improvement and individual development. The center is on how the remorseful involvement influences one's individual life and future decisions. Societal standards and expectations. Societal standards and desires play a significant part in forming how lament is experienced and expressed. Gender roles. Gender parts can impact how lament is seen and communicated. In numerous societies, men and ladies are socialized in an unexpected way in terms of enthusiastic expression. Men might be debilitated from communicating lament transparently due to societal desires of stoicism and enthusiastic control. This can lead to internalized lament and potential mental trouble. On the other hand, ladies may be more empowered to express their feelings, counting lament, which can cultivate communication and enthusiastic bolster but may too lead to being seen as excessively emotional. Age and life stage. Age and life arrange moreover influence the involvement of lament. More youthful people may encounter lament related to instructive or career choices, whereas more seasoned grown-ups might lament missed openings for family connections or individual accomplishments. Societal desires around distinctive life stages can impact these laments. For illustration, in societies that emphasize early career victory, youthful grown-ups might feel seriously lament over instructive or career stumbles. In differentiate, social orders that esteem family and community might see more seasoned grown-ups encountering more profound lament related to family and social connections. Religious and philosophical influences. Religious convictions and philosophical viewpoints altogether affect how lament is seen and managed. Religious teachings. Religions frequently give systems for understanding and adapting with lament. In Christianity, for case, the concept of apology offers a way to recovery and pardoning, which can relieve sentiments of lament. In Buddhism, the center on mindfulness and the temporal nature of feelings can offer assistance. People withdraw from lament and see it as portion of the human encounter or maybe then a source of persevering pain. Philosophical perspectives. Philosophical viewpoints moreover shape demeanors towards lament. Stoicism, a reasoning that emphasizes sound control over feelings, might energize people to acknowledge lament without letting it rule their lives. Existentialist thought, which centers on person opportunity and duty, might lead people to see lament as a normal result of making significant choices in an dubious world. Socioeconomic factors. Socioeconomic status can impact the sorts of lament people encounter and how they adapt with it. Those from lower financial foundations might involve lament related to constrained openings and assets, whereas those from higher financial statuses might lament individual choices that did not lead to craved successes. Media and well-known culture. Media and prevalent culture play a noteworthy part in forming societal demeanors toward lament. Movies, books, and TV appears frequently depict lament in emotional ways, highlighting its passionate effect and the significance of recovery and absolution. These depictions can impact person recognitions of lament, making it a more notable and sincerely charged experience. Regret is an inescapable and complex feeling that shows in an unexpected way over different stages of life. Its advancement reflects the moving needs, objectives, and challenges people experience as they develop and create. By analyzing how lament changes all through the life expectancy, we pick up important bits of knowledge into its part in human development. Childhood and adolescence. Early childhood. In early childhood, the concept of lament is starting to shape. Youthful children are still creating their cognitive and passionate abilities, so their understanding of past activities and their results is constrained. Lament in this organize regularly centers around quick, concrete encounters such as losing a toy or harming a friend's sentiments. Guardians and caregivers play a vital part in making a difference. Children get it and prepare these early laments, educating them lessons almost sympathy, obligation, and making amends. Adolescence. During puberty, lament gets to be more complex as cognitive capacities develop and social mindfulness increments. Young people begin to reflect on their activities and choices inside a broader setting, frequently tied to their developing characters and social connections. Laments in this range may rotate around scholastic execution, peer connections, and social status. Young people may lament not considering harder for exams, not partaking in extracurricular exercises, or making choices that driven to social prohibition or conflicts. The concentrated of lament in puberty can be increased by the formative assignment of personality arrangement. Young people are especially delicate to peer endorsement and are exploring the challenging prepare of setting up their possessed values and convictions. Lament can be an effective constraint driving self-improvement and individual development amid this period. Early adulthood. In early adulthood, the center of lament frequently shifts to career choices, instruction, and connections. This organize is stamped by noteworthy life moves, such as entering the workforce, seeking after higher instruction, and shaping hint connections. People may lament not choosing a distinctive field of consider, lost out on work openings, or making destitute relationship choices. Regret in early adulthood can serve as a catalyst for major life choices and changes. For case, somebody who laments not completing their instruction might return to school, whereas another who laments a broken relationship might work on moving forward communication abilities and passionate insights. This organize of life is characterized by an interest of objectives and goals, and lament can play a critical part in forming these pursuits. Middle adulthood. Middle adulthood is frequently a time of reflection and reassessment. People in this organize may encounter lament related to both individual and proficient spaces. Common laments incorporate career stagnation, missed openings for headway, and not investing sufficient time with family. As individuals juggle the requests of work, family, and individual goals, they may see back and lament not accomplishing a superior balance. Health and way of life choices moreover gotten to be more conspicuous sources of lament in center adulthood. People might lament not keeping up a more advantageous way of life, driving to concerns around incessant sicknesses or physical impediments. These laments can propel changes in behavior, such as receiving more advantageous propensities or looking for more satisfying individual and proficient experiences. Late adulthood and ancient age. In late adulthood and ancient age, laments frequently center around life's broader existential subjects. More seasoned grown-ups may reflect on their whole lifespan, mulling over the meaning and effect of their activities and choices. Common laments incorporate not taking more dangers, not taking after one's interests, strained family connections, and missed openings for individual development and fulfillment. Mature or matured regrets. As people age, laments tend to center on the bequest they take off behind and the quality of their connections. Developed or matured laments frequently include profound reflections on life's missed openings and unfulfilled dreams. Numerous more seasoned grown-ups lament not seeking after interests or dreams due to societal or familial weights. They might moreover lament not repairing broken connections or not communicating adore and appreciation to those who mattered most. Health and physical capability can moreover be noteworthy sources of lament in ancient age. More seasoned grown-ups may lament not taking superior care of their well-being when they were more youthful, coming about in constant conditions that constrain their exercises and independence. However, late adulthood too offers a one-of-a-kind point of view on lament. With a lifetime of encounters to draw upon, more seasoned grown-ups frequently create a more noteworthy capacity for acknowledgement and pardoning, both of themselves and others. They may come to terms with their laments, finding peace in the lessons learned and the shrewdness picked up. This acknowledgement can lead to a sense of closure and fulfillment, indeed in the nearness of uncertain regrets. In a final thank you for watching our video.